Hello, guys, and welcome to Library Astro. In today's episode, we'll be talking about a folklore story that I heard when I was a kid. Well, it'll be more than one, it'll be a collection of them. So, the first one is called Mabanza and Papa Bonjour. Now, Mabanza was having problem with his wife. His wife kept nagging him, complaining, causing arguments. He did not know what to do. So, within the compound, Papa Bonjour was also living there. So, those two houses within a compound. And Mabanza was a good friend with Papa Bonjour. So, he went to consult him and ask him for advice. And he was told the reason why your wife is being problematic is because you're not beating her. Now, Mabanza was like, what? He's like, and then Papa Bonjour was like, yeah, you have to beat her. That's the only way she'll listen. And Mabanza was like, well, you see, I'm not really into all that beating. So, what we could do is when she's in the room, you dress like you're me and pretend to be me and go there and beat her for me, and I'll pay you. So, Papa Bonjour was like, you sure? And Mabanza was like, yeah, of course, we're friends. So, I'm allowing you to do this. So, Papa Bonjour was like, okay, I'll go and do it. So, the next day, Papa Bonjour decided to dress up like Mabanza, and he snuck into his bedroom, and you could hear the wife saying, oh, Mabanza, what are you doing? No. And well, she was in distress. Mabanza was outside hoping if it was going according to plan. 25 to 30 minutes later, Papa Bonjour comes out of the house, and he comes out shirtless, and he's finding himself with the shirt that he was wearing. And Mabanza was like, did you do it? He's like, yep, the deed is done. And a few minutes later, Mabanza saw his wife coming out of the room, and Papa Bonjour was stood there, and his wife started to hug Mabanza, saying, oh, thank you. Sometimes you gotta do that, it does me good. And Mabanza was like, you mean you like getting beaten? And he's like, yeah, of course. Which woman doesn't like to get beaten? Like, what woman don't like to receive beats? And then Mabanza was flabbergasted. He was like, oh, so you want me to beat you? And his wife was like, yeah, it it does good. Like, and he's like, oh, so from time to time I should just come out nowhere and slap you or something like that. And then she paused, confused. I was like, no, what are you talking about? What do you mean slap me? And like, he's like, oh, because you like to get beaten. And she was like, not that kind of beating. And then he's like, and then my banter was like, what do you mean, not that kind of beating? And then she clarified the meant intimacy. I'm using colloquialism, she said, a metaphor to mean intimacy between two people when I'm saying for you to beat me from time to time. And my bands was like, oh no, and he looks at Papa, Papa Bonjour, and Papa Bonjour just shrugged his shoulders, and my bands said, you told me you were going to beat her. How did you end up getting intimate with her? And then Papa Bonjour was like, Mabanza, since when have you known me for fighting? Since we've been, since we've known each other, there's no one time you've known me for fighting. So why would you think I was going to fight your wife? And the wife hear this is away. So that there wasn't you. It was Papa Bonjour. And Mabanza was like, yeah, it was. And then and then she got annoyed. She's like, ah, why would you do that? And then he said, I thought he was going to beat you because he said, because he told me you needed to get beaten. So I thought he was actually going to physically beat you. And he said it would work. And then after that, Mabanza was like, you know what? You can keep her. I, d- I don't even want it anymore. And then his wife was like, no, we're staying together. It's your fault, so we're staying together. And that was the end of that story. The next story is about a man and his dog. Now, you'll notice I haven't really been giving titles to these stories because, well, they're folklore stories and they don't usually have titles. And the titles usually change when they do. Like, they change over time. So, but I'm confident that this story is called A Man and His Dog. And you'll never find it because it's not written down, it's passed on. Anyways, there was a man who used to go to fish and also collect palm fruits. And he also used to hunt, so he'll hunt gains and stuff like that, wild animals and so forth, wild boars, uh, wild hens. He lived in a village. So one day he was going to collect palm fruits, and he always had trouble with the palm fruits. The trees were high, and his equipment that he used, it was a net attached to a long stick. It used to be a workout. It used to hurt his limbs, his arms, everything like that, because he had to stay in one pose for a while trying to shake the palm tree so that the palm fruits can fall in the net. One day he just said, "Damn, I wish I had a better way of doing this. There must be a better way of doing this." And and his dog that was beside him, decided to speak and said, "I can help you with that." The man was shocked. He's like, "How are you speaking? You're a dog." He's like, "Well, I've always had the ability to speak, but I never really spoke. But I always see that you've been struggling with these palm trees. So I decided I'm going to help you." He's like, "And how are you going to help me? You're a dog, even if you can talk." He's like, "I can give you the ability to speak to animals." And the man said, "Really?" And the dog replied, "Yes, I can. Do you want it?" And the man said, "Yeah, I do. But what's the catch?" The dog said, "You can never tell anyone about my secret." And the man said, "Okay, I won't." So the man gained the ability to talk to animals. He started to command birds to pick the palm trees for him, the palm fruits for him, sorry. And he kept, day by day, he was just coming home with many, many palm fruits. And palm fruits in West Africa, in Central Africa, and Southern Africa is used for many dishes. So yeah, it is also used for palm oil. And he kept bringing that in. He's making a lot of money, getting richer. And his wife asked him, "How come nowadays you're hunting for palm trees? Like the yield is so much." He just figured out a new t- technique, but he'll keep it a secret. And she's like, "Okay." She's not going to bother him. And then one day his wife was sorting out grains of rice on a basket, and there was a chicken. This chicken just kept picking at the rice, and she was chewing it. And each time the chicken would speak speak a chicken language, like how animals communicate. And the man would laugh each time, and she got annoyed. She's like, "Why you keep laughing? Like, what's so funny?" And the man said, "I'm sorry, it's just the way that chicken's bothering you. It makes me laugh." And the chicken kept doing it, and, and the woman said, "You know what? I'm not gonna cook today until you tell me why you're really laughing." And then he's like, "Oh no, it's just a chicken." He's like, "No, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna cook for a whole week." And so the man didn't know how to cook, and he said, "Okay, okay." The chicken is saying, "Oh, shut up, woman! You and your dodgy eye." Now, his wife had only one eye. One eye wasn't working, so the chicken every time it was being chewed was like, "Oh, whatever, you and your dodgy eye." So the man told this to the woman, and the woman couldn't believe it. He's like, "Are you just making that up, or are you just making fun of me?" He's like, "No, I'm no. Uh, you see, the reason why I was getting all these yields for palm trees in the beginning, to begin with, is because the dog gave me the ability to talk and hear what animals can say." And then she said, "Okay, so in that case, you decided what a this chicken is saying is funny. So you're basically laughing at my predicament." And the husband felt bad, and his wife left him. Yeah, his wife left him. Uh, Quite a twist on this Doolittle story. So that was the end of that story. I guess maybe that's the origin of Doctor Doolittle, because I think he was a single man too. Yeah, that's the end of that story. And the next story is the the thief and the witch. So one day, a thief goes into a compound, goes into a house trying to steal things. But this thief wasn't very smart. He didn't even bring a bag to put stuff in. He just went in there impulsively, saw an opportunity, and tried to steal stuff. And then out of nowhere, a witch appeared out of thin air, and the thief panicked, but not so loud because it's late at night. And then he was like, "Who are you?" And then and then the witch was like, "Who are you?" Like, "I came here to invoke malevolent spirit within this household. Like, that's my job anyway. So what are you doing here?" He's like, "Well, I'm a thief. I came here to steal stuff." And he's like, "Hmm." And then the witch is like, "Huh? You know what? I guess we can work together then. Because you can do your thing, and I can do my thing, because it doesn't really clash with any of our interest." And then the thief thought about it. I said, "Yeah, you're right." So the thief was trying to get a TV, and the witch started to do a dance. He started to dance because that's how he invokes bad luck and misfortune within people's households. And then he said to the thief as he was dancing, "You see, uh, bewitching people isn't easy. You gotta do all this dancing and everything. You people think we just come in here and then we just bewitch and leave. No, we have to work. Like, these dances aren't easy. We also have to learn to dance. Like, you gotta dance good so that the bewitchment can also be powerful. If you're a poor dancer, the bewitchment will be rubbish too. It's not easy, you see." And then all of a sudden, the witch stop dancing, and and he asked the thief, so you know how you're stealing stuff, how you gonna take it? And the thief was like, he paused, and he thought to himself and said, I don't know. I was just hoping I'll just carry it. He's like, oh, so you're gonna get a TV, and you're gonna try to get that speaker. How you gonna carry all of that? They'll catch you. You won't even get out the street before you get caught, and they'll probably hear you as well. And he said, oh, true, true. So what do you suggest? He's like, okay. After I finish be reaching this place, uh, I'll transport you with my airplane. And the thief was like, what airplane? He didn't come with any plane. He's like, spiritual plane, a spiritual airplane. That's how I travel here. Do you think I just teleport everywhere? No, I, I teleport to a spiritual plane, and it helps me get where I need to get. And the thief was like, oh, okay, cool. So he waited for the witch to finish his business, and then the witch was okay. Let's go. But before we go, I want you to give me some of the stuff as well, because I helped you, so it'll be like a service. And the thief was like, okay, I'll give you some stuff. So they took all the stuff and left. And the next day, the witch was looking for the thief. He found the thief and he said, oi, where's part of the stuff that you said you would give me? And the thief was like, you know what, I thought about it, and I thought, I'm gonna keep it all for myself, because I was gonna take it anyway. He's like, oh, but I helped you. Like the witch said, I helped you. Without me, you'll probably only take like one item, and you have to sell that item straight away because it'll be useless to you. He's like, yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it? He's like, what am I gonna do about it? I'll be with you as well. He's like, yeah, well, is there like your powers only work at night? So and you don't even know where I live, and they get to a little altercation, and they keep arguing, and then the witch said, watch, I'm going to the police station to approach you. And the thief said, well, I'm gonna go to the police station as well to approach you as well. And the witch said, well, who's going to believe you? Whereas for me, people can actually come and verify and go to your house and see stuff. And the thief said, well, you still have to describe how I look, and you won't be able to find a way. He said, don't worry, I'll describe how you look and they'll come and find you. And then as they were arguing, those two police officers behind them, like just hearing everything. And after they finished arguing, they turned around and saw them, and the officers just handcuffed them and took him away. And that's the end of that story. Mhm. You can figure out the moral of that story for yourself. It's probably just pure comedy, probably just that. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening to this anthropology of short folklore stories. And there will be more. There will be more. So stay tuned and see you guys next time. Bye bye.